5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Matt Gibbs is in the studio. If you have a question about your car, this is a good time to call and ask Matt. The number is 622-9622. Matt will listen to whatever problem you describe and try his best to diagnose it, which is always amazing to me that he can even do that. But don't hang up right away. Make sure you stay on the line because sometimes it's a little bit of a question and answer period. I noticed that with Carol Ann, too. Sometimes people will just want to, they don't want to be on the line too long and whatever. They think we're in a hurry, but we're really not, unless it's like 3 minutes before the end of the show. So, how you doing, Matt?
I'm doing well, Larry. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm noticing that in this day and age, you can pretty much go into business for yourself just if you own a car.
Yeah.
There are people who do that. We were just looking at the Uber thing. And if I was an Uber driver, and you just encouraged me to look it up because it's got something I'm doing in my personal life, I would pay an Uber driver $195 to drive me to the Orlando airport. That's not a bad job, huh?
Well, how much does the driver get? Uber has to get some, right?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, you're right. Yeah. Okay, so that doesn't all go to the driver.
No.
So why couldn't I just do that myself? Just say, hey, I'm available. Anybody? Like put an ad in Craigslist. Why do I have to work for Uber?
I don't think you have to.
Wow. Well, there's a better idea.
Then you'd have to call it something else.
Just call it Larry.
Larry. It's a little Larry app. Hey, you can actually draw the little cartoon dude.
Yeah.
Little Larry dude.
Have Larry take you.
Dude, you're on the side. You download the thing, and you know how you get your apps? It's a little picture of you.
Me, yeah, it's right in my face.
And your cartoon character.
Yeah. And they say, well, how do you keep this car running so well? I got my friend Matt.
But I
got the Matt app.
Well, I'm actually working with a guy. His name is Rob, and he has created an app. Okay, so
really,
yeah, so he created an app.
Is it available right now?
Yeah, and yep, and it's called On Board. No, it's not. Man, I tell you.
And this is your thing. This is your.
No, this is not my thing. It's somebody else created it, but they're asking me to get involved with it for this area. So so all of us that have like the Uber app and
Wait
the
a
Lyft
minute.
app.
I might use this. What is it?
No, it's an app for guys with apps. Okay, like Uber,
right.
Uber drivers, Lyft drivers,
right.
Bit Squad, and all this food delivery stuff now going on.
Right.
Okay, so now they can download an app to get the cars serviced. So in other words, they wouldn't pay me. They wouldn't come to Sunrise and pay Sunrise. They pay this app, and then the app pays me.
Well, how does the car get to you?
They bring it to me.
Oh,
just like we were talking about Uber. It's $200 to go from here to Orlando Airport.
Right.
But Uber gets probably a big chunk of that $200.
Okay, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
So aren't you going to lose money if they're paying somebody an app to fix your car?
That's what we're in negotiations about now.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking about so like if you're an Uber driver, Lyft driver, because Uber, we do a lot of if you're an Uber driver, you have to get your car certified to drive for Uber. So we do that, and we also do it for the cab companies. We do certifications for cabs because to get their license, they have to get a certification. They have to get an inspection done.
Do you know, I do see one advantage to you having an app. And I don't know if this is true with all of them, but like on Uber, for example, when I'm done with the ride, they ask me to rate the driver and rate the ride.
Right.
And all kinds of categories. Was the music too loud?
Right.
Did the guy talk too much? And all that stuff, right? But the driver, also can rate me, the passenger.
Right.
So that way, if other people are using your app at other garages, and they say, this guy was a ripoff, then you can tell the customer, I'm sorry, your rating isn't good enough or something.
Yeah, that's like Airbnb. That's getting
Is
big.
that right? They do the same
Airbnb,
thing?
yeah.
So that would be an advantage because we as customers need to know that we can trust you.
Right.
That's important. But it's also important to you to know you can trust the customer.
Right. That's right.
I never thought of that before.
No, that's right.
So in what ways have you wished you knew in advance? Has there anybody taken advantage of you?
Oh, my gosh.
Like what?
Oh, my gosh.
Tires or?
Just all kinds of stuff. Like a lot of times people will, they'll come and drop off a car, and this is their complaint. So you fix the car. You call them up and say,
Right.
Mr. Jones, this is what it is. This is your complaint. This is our correction. This is parts, labor, tax, everything. This is what it costs. Go ahead and fix it. So on the repair order, you document it, and it was okayed by Mr. Jones at 10:09 a.m.
Right.
Okay, and then you'd be surprised how many times people come down to pick up their car and not want to pay their bill.
Oh, what did they expect?
They expect you to give it to them now.
Oh my gosh. So that way you would know in advance this guy doesn't pay or is reluctant to pay
or could be a bad payer
or stop payment.
I had a guy, Larry. He was so belligerent that we put an alternator on his car, and while he's in there cussing and yelling at my people in the office,
no.
I'm out in the shop, and I'm ripping his car apart and take his that's my alternator until he paid for it. That's the way I looked at it.
You took it out?
I took it out. I brought him. We pushed his car out in the dry and said, "You call a tow truck." And I took that brand new alternator and I chucked it across the parking lot. I mean, I was so upset.
Really?
Because
recently?
Nah, this was years ago.
A few years ago?
Yeah. But it was.
So you ruined an alternator because you were mad.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm moving to laugh.
That was pretty stupid now I think about it, but it was just.
I'm with you though. I've been there too with people.
It's like you always say how, and it's because of our relationship, not just a relationship because we do this every Tuesday,
right.
but because of the relationship that we have in the shop. When you bring your car.
Absolutely, yeah.
So there, and then I have that relationship with a lot of our customers. Tom Brown is working in my office now, and what a blessing he is. And this was a guy that tried to hire me when I was a kid.
Is that right? He was a good guy. Yeah,
he's an awesome guy, and he was a service manager at Palm Chevrolet.
Is that right?
And he tried to get me to come to Palm Chevrolet back in my young days. And here he is now working with me. In his, he's kind of already retired once, and and he's been in the car business his entire life.
Wow.
This is what he does. And
you're lucky to have good people like that.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Philip was that good too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And just listening to him, he's like he gets blown away by our customers. It's like, dude, these people just trust you. It's not just Larry saying it on a radio show.
No, I'm sure it's not.
Even my employees see. And they get to treat people that way, and it's just awesome treating people the way that they should be treated.
Absolutely.
And all I want is to be treated the same way that I treat you.
You think about this for a second, and I'm sure you have. If we lived the way we're supposed to live, the locksmiths would go out of business. You wouldn't need a lock for anything, right?
Right.
You wouldn't need bars on the windows in the bad neighborhoods or whatever, right? Just you don't have bars on your window, do you? Yeah. But anyway, I think the trust is both ways. So an app would definitely give you a little bit of an insight into a customer reliability, whatever the word would be.
Like today, it just so happens that tomorrow is the last day to vote. If you're
on what?
If you can go to Ocala Star, and
you're on the best of the best thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you have to put my name in automotive repair shops.
Okay.
I came in second place last year.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we got to vote for you.
So, and I haven't said nothing because I didn't want to use this as a tool to have people vote.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just because I feel like the people that use me that like it, and they'll just vote.
Can I tell the listeners a little story? Between last week and today, Matt cleaned the headlight lenses on my niece's car because they were all fogged over. And he did it unbelievably quick. He had this tool, and it took him, maybe 35, 40 seconds. Had it cleaned off, clear as as a brand new piece of glass. Am I lying?
Yeah.
What happened? How long did it take you?
Oh my gosh, I sanded on them things all day long.
Okay.
So we had a guy call up and say, put some bug spray on or whatever it was.
You
know
should
what
have
I'm
done that.
saying? It wouldn't have helped.
No?
Somebody down the line, somebody before me, clear coated them things.
I got to Matt when I went with my niece. First of all, my niece is the sweetest girl you're ever going to meet. She's just so sweet and gentle, and so she didn't know what to do. She was so afraid to drive at night because the headlights, she couldn't see anything. I said, "Oh my gosh, let's take it to Matt." And so Matt did it. But when we went to go pick up the car, he was like, "I am never, ever, ever going to clean headlights again." I mean, for years you've been telling me, "Oh yeah, it's easy to do." You've been telling me this forever.
Yeah.
Is this? Have you? I mean, is this?
Nope, I ain't touched the headlights since that day. My hands are still not recovered.
Well, isn't there a machine you could?
Yeah, there was, but the little disc, because it was clear, someone clear coated them. These little they're like $80 for.
I know
this
you
box
told
of
me.
these.
I paid you less than you spent.
Yeah, you did, and
I feel
but
bad
that's-
about that.
But don't.
Why?
That's not your fault. It's. I should have just went over to After Hours and found me some used ones, and then took them back over there and cleaned them and just put them in your car. It would have been way easier for me. But I had to literally sand all the clear coat off these headlights that someone had sprayed on there.
Oh man!
I mean, you could not see anything inside.
That's why she was worried about driving at night.
And
Just driving, by the way, just got her license like 5 days before that to be able to drive on her own. I mean,
Yeah.
So, wow. Phone lines are open if you want to call in. If you have a question about your car, your engine, your motorcycle, what else could you have an engine?
that's enough.
You don't do lawnmowers? 622-9622 if you want to call now on the air. But if you want to call Matt at his garage or any of the folks over there, the number is, hold on, 817-5638.
Yeah, it's my cell phone number.
Is that one? Okay, sorry.
Larry just gave out my cell phone
I'm
number.
sorry, 690-1993.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's it. That's okay. My cell phone number is on all my business cards, my keychains. It's on everything anyway. And here we got a call.
Are they calling to be on the air? You don't know?
No, I don't know.
Well, if you want to be on the air, 622-9622.
That was amazing there.
So I thought for sure that the headlight thing would be quick, easy, and
Yeah, I did too.
it would do a lot of good for her.
Yeah.
Did you get a new phone?
Nope.
The same one, huh?
Yeah, my iPhone.
But obviously some things take longer than other
Yeah.
things.
Sometimes, I should have.
Do you know another part of this story is that there was another sound happening under her hood?
Yeah.
And her grandfather is my brother, so he is mechanically inclined, but I don't think he does a whole lot of that anymore, to be honest with you. And he's probably also suspicious of any new mechanic, and he doesn't really know you. Or maybe he does from listening to the show.
Maybe.
I don't know. So I did pass on the word that you heard something rattling, but I think nobody's brought the car over yet,
No,
right?
it's not a rattle. It's a bearing. It's a growl. It's not a rattle. It's a growl.
So that's the kind of thing that if I hear that from you, I'm just going to say, well, could you do whatever you need to do?
Right. And I have a feeling I didn't really have a chance to look into it just because of the amount of time that I used sanding on her headlights. But it sounded like it could be coming from the air conditioning compressor. And I know that the air conditioner wasn't working.
So if that went bad, it could freeze things up?
Yeah, if that bearing locks up, there's one belt that runs everything. So if any one of those things lock up,
Is that the serpentine belt?
That's a serpentine belt.
See that? I knew that. It's just because it's a cool name.
Look! Hey, everybody, let's wave at Chris Spears from Prestige Auto Sales is out the window. Hi, Chris. Hey, oh, by the way, I do have to say this. Chris has a salesman. His name is Sean at Prestige.
Uh-huh.
So he told me if I mentioned the name Sean at Prestige Auto Sales, he'll buy me lunch today.
Where are you going?
I have no idea.
Well, I was driving through Prestige looking for you the other day because I didn't know where the garage was.
Oh, yeah,
Your other
yeah.
garage. I know you have
Right,
two
right,
garages.
right.
And so that's where I had to go pick up the car.
Yep.
And so a salesman came out. I guess he was wondering what I was doing, scoping out the place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't go riding through that parking lot.
Just looking for you.
They're going to know. They're going to see something. There's something suspicious out
But
there.
we're not advertising people to bring their cars there, correct?
No, that's pretty much right now. That's
just for
our
the dealership.
facility to work on their cars.
So if you're going to bring your car to Matt, you have to go to the one on Northwest 10th Street. Some of us locally call it US 27. I call it a pain to have to make a U-turn because of.
But you don't have to make a U-turn because of.
And Matt's website is sunriseautomotive.com. So that app you were telling me about, I can get it right now?
Which one?
The one that works to pay you?
No, but you don't. You're not a Lyft driver, and you're not a.
Oh, I
see what
see.
I'm saying? So this guy created this app for
I
all
see.
these guys that have an app.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's
because
working.
they need because their car is their job.
Right.
I gotcha.
Right. Like a lot of the like Bite Squad and those Bit Squad, whatever it's called,
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
pick up and deliver food.
Right.
A lot of those people are also maybe Uber drivers or Lyft drivers.
More than one thing, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They're doing more than one thing, which
Right.
is kind of smart if you're going to work your car. You know, if you're going to deliver a person or deliver a pizza, you know what I'm saying? And the other thing that I noticed too is that some of our people that we buy parts from, they no longer have parts drivers. They make a call to some, like a Lyft driver or whatever. The guy, we're going to keep this quiet. The guy that had the jewelry place over in Sears, you remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
He comes into my shop one day.
No.
Delivering parts.
Did he know that was your shop?
He knew it was my shop because one time he delivered my watch that he never fixed. But anyway.
So you did get it back.
Yeah, I got it back.
Okay.
But it still broke.
Okay.
So here he comes walking into my shop delivering parts. I was like, dude, what are you doing in my shop delivering parts? Well, apparently that's what he does. So these parts people call him. He goes over there, picks up the part, and delivers it to different companies. Okay. Until I called up the company and said, dude, do you appreciate me buying parts from you? Yeah. He goes, oh Lord, look at the Walk of Fame. There's Sonny. He didn't want to call in. He's gonna come in. so yeah, I called. I said, nah, I don't really want this guy delivering parts to me.
Oh, you just don't like him, huh?
Nah, he just kind of
rubbed you the wrong way.
He did me wrong.
He didn't pass the app test.
That's it. So, but anyway. That's a whole nother group of people that's out there, working this.
That's what they should do with the apps for dating, so girls would know this guy's no good. Don't go out with this guy. Imagine that. Maybe they do have that.
They probably do.
Maybe I don't even know what's out there anymore.
Yeah, but you're gonna sit there and I guess another girl would profile you. I guess would.
Yeah.
Give you a.
Oh, I went out with Larry. Holy mackerel.
Let's Google Larry.
That guy was putting French fries in his mouth like there was no end. You waiting for Sonny to come in here? So I have a real quick story for you. Have you ever seen a video series called Traveling with Robert?
No.
Okay. Well, this is some guy. He's really great, and he has a Winnebago, and he pulls it, and he videos himself going to different places. It's amateur, but it's still good. So his what is it? Kia? Is a Kia a vehicle?
Yeah.
A Kia. Okay.
Kia.
So the Kia that he uses to pull his Winnebago, because he pulls it, not drives it. It's one of those pull-along things.
Okay.
He went to have it all serviced so he could go on this trip to New England. He lives in Miami. He's a Spanish guy. Okay. And they broke one of the spark plugs, and the ceramic went into the cylinder.
Right.
And it caused all kinds of trouble.
Yep.
Long story short, they replaced his engine.
Yep.
But it wasn't. They didn't connect everything. So by the time he got to Charlotte, North Carolina, it was broken down already.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Now that could happen to an honest mistake can happen to anybody.
Absolutely.
So.
And that can happen. It wasn't a Kia because there's no Kia made to pull them. camper. So
Oh, really?
yeah. So I don't know.
I wonder what he called it
I
then.
don't know, but I don't know.
I feel like he has a name for
It sounds like to me, if it's got a broken spark plug, it sounds like a Ford, something Ford.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So but yeah, I had back in the day, I had a car come in, and it was a car, and it came in with a miss. In other words, it's an 8-cylinder car that was running on 7 cylinders. So that could be a spark plug wire, it could be a spark plug, it could be just a vacuum, it could be a number of things, So this car comes in and it's running on 7 cylinders, and they give it to me to check it, and I start checking this car out, and I pull number 3 spark plug out, and it's smashed. The spark plug has an electrode, so it's got the little thing and then the little thing, and that's where the spark goes between.
Right.
Well, this thing was smashed like this. Touching.
Okay.
So there's nowhere for
gap.
a spark. So it would not let that cylinder fire. So there's no way that this can happen inside that engine.
Closes
unless something bad happened, but there would be a noise, there would be something.
Right.
So I go out into the waiting room. The guy was waiting, and I go to the waiting room and said, "Hey, can I speak to Mr. Jones?" And Mr. Jones comes out, and I said, "This is what I found, and I need some more. I need to talk to you because this can't be. There's no way that this could happen." And I explained to him. I showed him the spark plug, and I said, "It's smashed down."
Right.
And he said, "No, I did it." I said, "You did
on
it?"
purpose?
Yeah. He goes, "I did it." And he said, "Can you come with me? Can we go to my car?" So I said, we go to the car, and he was an investigative reporter for one of the news stations.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, they had like 8 cameras set up and microphones.
And they were watching you?
They were watching me.
To see what you would do.
And he said that they had, at that time, I was the 22nd person to look at the car. Okay? I was the 22nd facility they brought the car to.
Right.
And out of the 22, 12 have tried to sell them a new engine.
Oh my gosh.
And then he gave me some other statistics, but there was 3 out of the 20. There was the 3 out of the 12 or 22 that 3 out of the 22 that came up and showed him the spark plug and said, "Hey, you're done. It's fixed."
Just a spark plug. So did you get on the TV show?
No. It was only the people that tried to scam.
Only
them.
the bad ones.
Yeah.
Well, and see, that's not fair.
They did make a comment saying that there was some other shops that were honest, but they didn't name us. They just said that there was some that.
Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Hey, this is Casey Barrett calling in for my 10:30.
Hey, Casey, we're at the end of a previous show, so just hang in there, and Robin will be with you. Just if you can hang on, it'll be about 4
No
minutes.
rush.
All right, thank you, Casey. That's what happens.
Was that Casey in the Sunshine Band, Casey?
No, he's actually a broadcaster. He does the Olympics and stuff. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should tell him about Joey.
Yeah.
We'll do that when we get on. All right, so if you need your car fixed, go to Sunrise Automotive at 1800 Northwest 10th Street. That is where I bring my car, and I think I would get good reviews if you reviewed me, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So as a customer, I get good reviews, and as a mechanic, you get good reviews, and so does Tom and everybody else over there. Who's the new lady that I met the other day? Well, it starts with an M, Marcia?
Marlene. Yes, Marlene. She's like she helps me with some of the paperwork and stuff part time.
Nice.
So hey, if you would you vote for me today?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Everybody go to the Ocala Star Banner website. Best of the best contest. You have to look for it and vote for Matt by name, right? Matt Gibbs.
Sunrise Automotive.
Sunrise Automotive. Okay. All right. We will take a little break. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The president of Iran says he has no interest in meeting with President Trump